Okie dokie. Up here on the left side spawn of Metalopolis, we do have MVP viOlet, even though he's playing as an orange Zerg, and that's kind of strange and confusing, and I don't like it. No, but down on the bottom side, we have, it is Startail Trickster playing as custom, and you can see the capitalized ST there, so it makes me think these guys played this on the North American server.
That's what I was assuming, yeah. I mean, because if they were playing it on KR, they would be doing under their normal accounts. And I guess that, which leads me to believe that Trickster played these as when he was here for MLG, because...
It was a week before. I think he came to the airport. I don't know.
You think so? I don't know. I don't know, because...
Where would he stay?
That's a good, well, no, that's a good question. I don't know if he had set up to stay with anyone else. The reason I say that is because... Why else would they play on NA?
Well, I know that Playhim, the way they were taking the replays, they had to be like that specific map or it wouldn't count it right away.
Oh, so maybe they were just both agreed to play on NA against each other.
So because they had to play those specific maps, maybe they weren't ready on Korean server. Something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But the games, here they are anyway. Trickster did basically just punch viOlet in the face on the last one. He's like, I'm going to charge my fist, and you're going to let me do it and not attack, and then I'm going to punch you in the mouth.
Steal my gas.
And win the game.
Disrupt my production. I will forgate, expand, and kill you.
I remember.
I don't even think that +1 attack came down.
From Trickster?
I think there was just a photon cannon that was put in place. That was the only reason that Forge existed.
Yeah.
So
viOlet got +1 attacks. A lot of good it did him with his 10 Zerglings.
So that was a super late forgate. He just had a ridiculous amount of sentry energy.
That's true. That certainly helped because that kept all of his units alive as he plowed through the spine crawlers and things like that. Looks like Trickster's getting an early start. He's going to kill that spawning pool with his single probe. Oh my goodness. Laser versus cockroach thing. Who will win?
We'll just keep rotating around, making it more dramatic.
I wonder if he's focusing that particle beam through the minerals and like making it even more damaging. Yeah, just focusing all his energy. Now he's focusing on the drones. Oh my goodness, the drone finally turns around and does that claw attack. I remember in Brood War they used to spit. Did they like devolve into just clawing things now?
No, it's cool.
Or they have stronger claws now.
Claws. Yeah, exactly.
If they're holding minerals, they should do bonus damage. Everything should do bonus damage while holding minerals, except SCVs.
Except for SCVs. Terran bias. Anyway, let's see here. Forge Fast Expand coming out of Trickster. Ballsy, but nothing too out of the ordinary. Going to defend that behind a nice wall and a what?
I started daydreaming about Marines holding minerals and doing more damage somehow.
You are easily distracted, aren't you?
True.
Chat and
valid concern.
Daydreams about Marines, but no, it's okay.
Just pictures of Zerglings running around with minerals too, like.
Just everything holding minerals.
A Colossus with like a big patch of minerals on its head.
little crown or something.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. No, but anyway, there's a game or something happening here. I don't remember. Oh, no assimilators. What are you doing, Trickster?
Fast expand.
He really thought that probe was going to win him the game. He's like, I don't need assimilators.
That's true.
My hero probe will do all the work. Oh, no!
All of the work.
He didn't do all the work. Now I have to build 2 assimilators.
Yes, double assimilator. I'll see what the follow-up to this is, though. It could go a lot of different directions. We could see quick Stargate tech. We could see just abusive gateway play or something along those lines. First gateway is done. He's actually not producing a unit from that for the time being. Instead, opting to throw down 2 photon cannons in the mineral line to try and hold off against any sort of Zerglings. And as far as these Zerglings know, let's actually take a look at... Okay, so viOlet has pretty much seen everything so far. Still has the Overlord sitting above.
Doesn't know about the assimilators, and now it's going to be 3 cannons, only 2 shots from a cannon to kill a single Zergling, so viOlet will need to be careful here. It's going to be very hard to attack into that with his 4 drone.
What?
With his...
Oh, is he rushing lair?
What? He's going to poop creep and build spine crawlers? That's silly. No one does that. What are you doing, viOlet?
This is fantastic.
I can't imagine this is going to work. Well, it's very quick.
Yep.
Is he in range of that gateway? They do have really long range.
He's in range of the gateway.
That one's not. That one's not.
No, not this one.
Man, they should have waited and plopped it right there. On
yeah, because the 12 seconds he would have waited for it to reroute. He would have think that if the creep spread, I don't know. Violent's a way better player than I am.
That's tough. We'll see if this pans out for him. He's building a wave of 16 Zerglings, not spending any larvae on drones anymore, so this is effectively an all-in attack. If this fails, it means Trickster is going to have an unharmed economy and be able to roll back into him, I believe. So we'll see how this pans out. The first Spinecrawler may even die before it even gets a single attack. He had to cancel it and move it on over to the left side. 2 Stalkers now against several Zerglings and some Spinecrawlers. Spinecrawler is in range to attack. Wow, that's a long range. It just looks silly when it hits the left side of the gateway from the right side.
2 of them were actually in range. That's pretty ridiculous.
That's way longer than even I imagined, but he is hitting that gateway with all all of these spine crawlers. Morlings are running in and taking some damage from the cannons. At least he's got those cannons in place.
Yeah, good thing he had the 3 emergency photon cannons that he had in there. But nonetheless, he is supply blocked. Another pylon did just finish up, so it should alleviate that problem. There's also a Stargate up back here that is building a Void Ray to try and attack into this, but a lot of damage could be done in the meantime. Still out of range of the photon cannons. There we go. Finally, a few Stalkers making their way up, trying to trap one of those spine crawlers in place. Are they going to get it? Yes! One does go down, but at the cost of all of those Stalkers. So right now, viOlet is doing pretty real damage, but that is a lot to give up to try and make this rush work. He's still producing nothing but links, so this is still really, really all in.
Single Void Ray.
Oh.
Single Void Ray trumps 100 spine crawlers.
Yes.
They're not going to be able to kill that Forge or the Nexus in time, so all he's got to do is keep these probes alive, and he could even move them into the natural and be pretty much fine. There's no chance of any anti-air here from viOlet. He didn't tech at all, didn't build any drones, hasn't done anything except Ling spine crawler, so I mean, one Void Ray essentially can kill everything that viOlet has easily.
Yep, but Trickster was running with a bunch of probes there. Actually, if viOlet turns around, he could kill a lot of probes and start doing some economic damage and try and get himself back into this. The Void Ray now making its way over, but that seems like a lot of unnecessary probe loss. Should have kept him down here for a little while until he cleared off all those units. I guess he just at all costs wanted to keep the Nexus alive, but nonetheless, lost a lot of probes in the process. That's actually 14 warriors killed altogether.
And that Nexus actually looks like it's going to stay alive because these Void Rays are just shredding through these Lings. The spine crawlers have all been dealt with. Nexus just still standing there. viOlet building drones for the first time this game.
Hooray! It's actually taking a look at the unit stab. Yeah, he's way down.
Yeah, let's recover and just build drones only, so Trickster won't attack us with his 2 Void Rays, and then we'll be able to come back in the game, and that's how it's gonna pan out.
No, 4 queens wins all.
Both of these Void Rays are doomed, I tell you, doomed.
Well, here we go. Looks like they're working at one of the queens. Queen trying to get herself back as far as possible. But now these are, charged up. One Void Ray out has a measly 11 kills, but it does go down. 2 more queens remaining to try and take down this last Void Ray. A second queen has fallen, though.
Those queens are pretty stout. I mean,
yes,
they would have killed those Void Rays if he hadn't backed off. And third queen definitely gonna remain standing there for the time being. But the fact still remains he's got no anti-air aside from those queens. He's got only drones being produced right now, and Trickster has been able to do basically whatever he wants since he was able to hold that off. So Phoenix is coming out, more gateways being dropped, +1 ground weapons being researched now, and it looks like he might try and get us around here with a Void Ray and a Phoenix. Is that a Phoenix? Nope, just another Void Ray.
Yep.
So he can just attack wherever he wants, bounce away from the queen, and continue to deal damage to these overlords at least.
Yep, doing damage to the overlords, but now there's 2 queens poking away at this Void Ray, and it is losing permanent health as well. Went through all of its shields. These Void Rays are going to have to back away, but viOlet is almost supply capped again. Another 9 drones coming up. Still pretty far behind in economy. We do have a Hydralisk tank coming down, so he's going to try and drive off some of that air. But in the meantime, Trickster's starting to produce a good number of gateways, so he is going to have a massive follow-up to this if and when these Void Rays do go down.
Gateways finally finished there from Trickster. He doesn't have any forward pylons aside from the ones inside his main, but really the Air Force is doing the bulk of the work here. More Overlords are popping out. Hydralisk Den is finally done, so he can get that range upgrade and try to get some anti-air aside from those queens, but really it might be too little too late, because if the first 3 Hydras pop out, those Phoenixes will be ready for them. 1 queen already neutralized, 2 queens neutralized, and he could even pick up the 3rd, I imagine, if he has enough energy. There he goes, and in 1 single Hydralisk trying to take on 3 Phoenixes and 2 Void Rays.
Got it.
Doesn't quite do the job.
Nope, unfortunately. I guess the small reprieve for viOlet is that there are no graviton beams available, but it doesn't matter. GG.
Crazy symbol, as my Korean grandfather used to say. If you believe that, I have some beachfront property in Nebraska that I would like to sell to you.
Yes, I like it. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Prime location?
The primest.
I'm in.
The Polt primest. The Optimus Prime location.
So, Trickster, congratulations to you. You move on to the round of 16 here at the IPL 3 qualifiers #1, and we're going to head to the next set in just a second.